whirlwind couple days here at City Hall. Today, hundreds of protesters gathered at the front doors to demand that Mayor Rob Ford resigns. I noticed you have a rainbow flag on your back at the Stop Ford protest. Why'd you bring a rainbow flag with you?
Well, I'm a very proud gay man and a proud Torontonian, and I hear there are homophobic slurs in this video, and I'm waiting to hear what the mayor had to say.
What do we want? Ford out! When do we want it? Now! Hey, hey!
I work in harm reduction, and it's the least of the problem here. He's a homophobe, he's a racist, he's the worst mayor we ever had, and he's a liar. There are people that work and they do drugs, and they're able to do it. He's not, obviously.
You know what? I guess where do we go from here? You know, where should Toronto go from here? How do we confront this issue?
Well, we're virtually hand-tied. I mean, they've told us over and over again there's nothing to do to get them out. You can only do it by your vote. We can only hope that the story isn't over yet, and I'm sure it's not. Drug addiction, substance abuse, you just can't turn it off, and the man needs help. He needs to leave, he needs to get the help, and he needs to let the business of the city go on. We're a world-class city, and we're being made a laughingstock.
Erin, you're one of the moms who have to explain to your baby what crack cocaine is.
Yes, I am. Well, we were talking about actually just behaving badly, and how sometimes if you're naughty, you have to face the consequences. And Teddy's like, well, you have to go to bed with no stories. And I'm like, well, sort of like that. But crack cocaine, it's incredibly difficult to explain to a 5-year-old. There's no way of saying it's like alcohol, because it's not like alcohol at all. He sees both of us drink beers and not go searching for crack. I've been in a drunken stupor and never gone searching for crack. It's not the same, so it's difficult to find a context to explain to a 5-year-old what crack cocaine is, and it's difficult to explain why there's no consequences to behaving like that.
I am with the author of You Should Have Stayed Home, a G20 romp, which really highlighted the upheaval of justice and huge human rights abuses that happened during the G20. And here we are again protesting our city government. What's your take on all this?
I guess since G20, my right to protest has become a really big, important thing to me. And this really seemed like the kind of event I need to use the power of my voice on. We have a mayor with a serious addiction issue. He needs to focus on getting well. He needs to spend time with his family. There's so many criminal connections that haven't been properly explained. It's just time to step down, and it's time for other people to move the city forward. It just it can't continue. In terms of Rob Ford being a man of the people, he's a millionaire businessman who inherited a family business. It's so bizarre. He's not a man of the people, and yet, you have tons of people in the black community who have been connected to this, who have been murdered or in jail, and it's just sort of sidelined. And he has been directly connected. I mean, some of the people in that photograph are dead. This is people's lives, and he's just staying in office, deciding to stay on. It still sounds insane when I say it.
Free crazy! Anybody get some free crazy?
There's a lot of things we should be angrier about. I think there's a lot of things that we should be more upset about, and that is the rampant homophobia, the lack of support for the LGBT community, and a lot of other racist and questionable things that have happened. That should be getting more people out to this and protesting than his things that are a little more personal, a little more between him, perhaps his wife, and his family. I was hard pressed to think of other times when the entire world was watching our city. I think the IKEA monkey and G20 and this were the only times I can think of the entire world was watching this moment, watching our city, and he had an opportunity to start a revolution and saying, if you're struggling with substance abuse, here are some programs you can access, and I'm going to do what I can with myself and with City Council to fund these programs and to do more so. And he didn't do that at all. No. It's really a shame.